A terrifying new discovery in the desert that frightens scientists. Deserts cover nearly 1/3 of the Earth's surface area. Always associated with images of vast sand dunes, scorching heat, and eerie silence. But behind that seemingly unchanging desolate appearance, this place hides mysteries yet to be decoded. Strange phenomena that could completely change our understanding of nature. The Hand of the Desert. Amid the vast sand dunes of the Atacama Desert, a peculiar structure has become an attractive destination for many tourists. Along the Pan American Highway in Chile, many stop their cars to admire the giant hand rising from the desert floor, making them feel as if a giant is buried beneath a thin layer of sand. This sculpture was created by Chilean artist Mario Irarrázaval in 1992. A giant hand made of reinforced concrete standing up to 10 meters high. Intended to express human weakness and helplessness in the face of nature's immense power. The Atacama Desert, famous as the driest and hottest place in the world, is also known as the Valley of Death, with endless stretches of sand, where almost no life exists beyond the blazing sunlight. Despite the harsh conditions, the Atacama Desert still attracts many tourists, many of whom not only want to view the artwork but also touch the giant hand. However, some inconsiderate tourists have left marks by carving words onto the sculpture, damaging its beauty. Fortunately, local authorities always prioritize protecting this structure and regularly remove visitor carvings to preserve the original work for future generations. The Mysterious Staircase. During excavations in Egypt, archaeologists continuously uncover fascinating mysteries. And one of them is a strange staircase located near the Great Pyramid of Giza. This staircase was built inside a solid wall, descending about 30 meters underground, forming a narrow passage that ultimately leads to a dead end. What's special is that there are no signs such as images or hieroglyphs on the inner walls, making it difficult for researchers to determine the purpose of this corridor. A large stone block was found at the corridor's entrance, and many believe this passage may have been completely covered in the past. Besides such large stones, at the end of the corridor, a damp area was discovered, leading scientists to speculate that this might be a structure built by the Romans, possibly used to cool amphorae. This corridor also has a shape similar to the entrance of tunnel systems that the Egyptians once built. Therefore, some scholars suggest that this mysterious staircase could be the entrance to the Temple of Serapis, a temple that archaeologists have yet to find to this day. Currently, excavation work in the area of the mysterious staircase is still ongoing. Perhaps in the future, this area will become the key to unlocking new discoveries about Egyptian history. Snowfall in the Sahara Desert. In January 2021, a strange phenomenon occurred in the Sahara Desert, known as the hottest and driest region in the world. Snow actually fell in the area near Ain Sefra, Algeria, covering the sand dunes with a white layer of snow and a thin mist. This happened after nighttime temperatures dropped to -2 degrees Celsius, while the average temperature in January is usually around 14 degrees Celsius. This is not the first time snowfall has occurred in the Sahara. Previously, snow also appeared here in 1979, 2016, and 2018. Over the past hundreds of years, the climate in the Sahara Desert has undergone significant changes. Although drought has always been characteristic of this place, scientists have suggested that in a few thousand years, the Sahara Desert might become green with trees, opening an unexpected future for these arid lands. Hecate is an ancient city full of mystery, where magnificent temples and palaces are carved directly into solid rock. The unique beauty of this place is undeniable, even though Hecate is now abandoned. However, 2,000 years ago, Hecate was an important trading center, a meeting point for caravans along the international trade route. Local merchants, the only ones allowed to transport spices and frankincense, created a major source of income for the city. Heka possessed a complex irrigation system that supplied water to the city and agricultural lands, helping sustain life in the arid desert. This city was built by the Nabateans, a people renowned for their intelligence and ability to channel rainwater from the mountains into reservoirs. Thus, they transformed dry lands into lush oases. With their success in selling spices and frankincense, the Nabateans became a wealthy and seasoned people. However, the glorious era of the Nabatean kingdom ended in 106 AD when they were conquered by the Romans. Cities like Petra and Heka became part of the Roman Empire, and their commercial importance gradually declined. Nevertheless, today these cities still attract tourists from all over the world. Footprints of ancient humans. In 2021, a startling discovery was made at White Sands National Park in New Mexico. Human footprints of ancient people were found, imprinted in the dry clay layer of an ancient lakebed. Indeed, this is an unmistakable trace. Imprints with clear heels and toes undoubtedly belonged to humans from ancient times. But the most interesting aspect is determining the age of these footprints. Scientists used radiocarbon dating on seeds found in the fossilized footprints, and the results were surprising. Ancient humans had left footprints in this area approximately 23,000 years ago. This discovery completely changed the scientific perspective on early human history in North America. Previously, it was believed that the Clovis people, early modern Europeans, only migrated here from Siberia around 13,000 years ago, when ice sheets still blocked their path. But now, new research shows that anthropologists were mistaken by as much as 10,000 years. In fact, the Clovis people were present on this continent during the peak of the Ice Age, when massive ice sheets still covered America. This means ancient humans set foot on this land even before the Ice Age ended. This is a truly revolutionary and surprising discovery, forcing previous understandings of human history to be seriously reconsidered. Sri Yan Cha. Sri Yan Cha is an ancient geometric symbol from India, representing the harmony and integrity of the universe. This symbol consists of interlocking triangles, with upward and downward directions forming a unique pattern. In August 1990, pilot Bill Miller accidentally discovered a giant image of Sri Yan Cha at the bottom of a dry lakebed in Oregon while flying over the area. This image was over 400 meters wide, but surprisingly, on the same day, when viewed from the air, no one else noticed anything unusual. Other pilots also did not record any unusual activity in the area. This mysterious image seemed to appear only for one day and then vanished, with no one nearby at the time. The US government kept this information secret for a month before the incident spread to the public. A group of 4 artists, led by Joby Witherspoon, claimed they created this artwork using soil and ropes to draw the Sri Yan Cha image on the ground. However, despite the artists' claims of creating the image, many experts argued that drawing such a perfect geometric image on such a large scale was nearly impossible. And thus, the Oregon Sri Yan Cha continues to be one of the strange mysteries associated with theories of extraterrestrial civilizations. The Marree Man. The Marree Man drawing is a massive artwork located on the Phoenix Spring Plateau, about 60 kilometers west of the town of Marree, South Australia. This drawing depicts an Australian Aboriginal man holding a throwing stick with an extremely impressive, approximately 2.7 kilometers tall and with a circumference of up to 28 kilometers. It became one of the largest geoliths in the world. This drawing was discovered on June 26, 1998. When pilot Trevor Wright saw it from the air during a flight over the area, the discovery quickly attracted community attention, especially when anonymous faxes were sent announcing the existence of the drawing. These faxes speculated that the drawing might be related to American artists or organizations, as they used American spelling and references. From this, many theories about the origin of the work emerged. Some opinions suggest that this drawing was created using a combination of GPS technology and graders. Phil Turner, a local opal dealer, believed that the creators of this drawing were experienced professionals who used technology to execute the project. He explained that the drawing was marked with stakes spaced about 10 meters apart, indicating the effort and careful calculation in the creation process. Although the drawing is large and clear, its origin remains an unsolved mystery. Some hypotheses suggest that local artists or even Australian military members could be the authors. However, the appearance of the drawing has caused protests in the Australian Aboriginal community, because they feel their ancestral land has been violated. Large stakes around the area may have been used to mark and support the drawing process. Although considered a masterpiece with impressive scale, the lines of the Marie Man have faded over time. Researchers and experts have made efforts to restore and preserve this drawing. Some theories suggest the drawing might belong to an ancient civilization, but the mysteries surrounding it make determining its exact origin and meaning an interesting research topic that attracts many people's curiosity. Our Earth has not always had its current shape. Over 175 million years ago, a supercontinent named Pangaea existed on the planet. Before breaking apart and separating into major continents like Africa, South America, Australia, India, and Antarctica. This event led to the formation of major oceans like the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, a process that created enormous geological changes. Currently, a similar phenomenon is occurring in East Africa, where a portion of the African continent is gradually separating from the rest. The East African rift stretching from northern Ethiopia to central Mozambique is the result of movement between two tectonic plates, the African Plate and the Arabian Plate. This rift is about 100 kilometers wide and up to 900 meters deep. With clear fissures, this area expands by several centimeters each year, causing continuous changes in topography. This process is not much different from what happened in Earth's history, when supercontinents like Pangaea broke apart and led to ocean formation. According to predictions, in the next 3 to 4 million years, the East African rift will continue to expand, and East Africa might completely separate from the African continent, forming a new ocean between the two parts. Not only changing geological structure, the East African rift also profoundly impacts the region's ecology and environment. New fissures can create lakes, lowlands, and new ecosystems, while this area also witnesses volcanic and earthquake activity, with prominent peaks like Kilimanjaro in Kenya. Researching and monitoring the East African rift not only helps understand current geological processes, but also provides insights into the formation and development of continents and oceans on Earth. This is not only important for geology but also significant in climate change, ecology, and environmental research. Giant speaker. In the Mojave Desert of California, a strange metal object stands firmly on a 30 meters high rocky hill, attracting attention due to its unique shape. Named the Mojave Speaker, this object has impressive dimensions with a length of 1.8 meters and weight of about 100 kilograms. Since its appearance, the Mojave Speaker quickly became a mysterious point attracting many people's curiosity. Its true purpose remains a big question with many hypotheses. Some suggest this is a warning signal installed by the U.S. military to alert residents of danger in the surrounding area. Another hypothesis suggests it might be part of a missile system or sound control equipment. Some people think this object is a sound-generating device or even a type of giant drum. However, the most plausible hypothesis suggests this speaker is a measuring device used at Edwards Air Force Base, where many experiments on sound and shock waves were conducted. Nevertheless, the question of how the Mojave Speaker appeared in this location remains unanswered. The object consists of two parts, possibly each part was brought to the hilltop separately, but its image against the rocky background is hard to explain, so the Mojave Speaker remains one of the century's interesting unsolved mysteries. Ghost town in the desert. In a remote desert region of Namibia, there is a ghost town that once testified to the prosperity of the diamond industry in the early 20th century. In 1908, railway worker Zacharias Lawala accidentally discovered the first diamond while working. This discovery immediately causes the diamond was given to Lawala's German employer, from which the area became a diamond mining hotspot. Diamonds were quickly mined, and soon after, a real diamond rush broke out, bringing thousands of people to the area. By 1912, a fully equipped town had emerged, producing up to 1 million carats of diamonds per year, accounting for 11.7% of global diamond production. Thanks to the rapid development of the diamond industry, Kamanskog became a model city with complete infrastructure, such as schools, hospitals, bakeries, shops, and even a concert hall. This was an ideal place to live, a prosperous and affluent community in the early 20th century. By that time, at least 5 million carats of diamonds had been mined from here. In 1920, the population of Kamanskog reached 3,444 white settlers and 800 local workers. However, this prosperity did not last long. In 1926, a new mineral deposit was discovered 273 kilometers from Kamanskog, causing diamond mining activities here to gradually decline. The population decreased, infrastructure was gradually abandoned, and by 1956, Kamanskog was completely buried by sand, with no trace of its former glory. In the following years, the De Beers Company decided to restore Kamanskog to preserve the historical value of the town. They turned Kamanskog into an open-air museum, where visitors can explore ancient architectural structures, learn about the history of diamond mining, and experience the atmosphere of a prosperous city. Now covered by sand, today, Kamanskog is a famous tourist destination, attracting visitors from all over the world, offering the opportunity to explore the boom and decline of the diamond industry, as well as the lives of its past residents. The Giant Crack in Arizona. The Giant Crack in the Sonoran Desert, Arizona, is attracting significant attention from scientists and geological researchers. First discovered in 2014 by geologist Joseph Cook via Google Maps, this crack has become a notable research site. To date, the crack has extended over 3.2 kilometers, with a width of up to 4.9 meters in some areas and a depth of about 9.1 meters. The continuous growth of this crack is causing great concern for the surrounding areas, especially for local farmers. They worry about the risk of serious collapse. From the early days, scientists hypothesized that heavy rainfall in 2014 and 2016 could be factors causing the crack. However, although rain exposed the crack, the phenomenon continues to expand, raising suspicions that rain is not the only cause. Another hypothesis suggests that excessive water extraction for agricultural purposes may have created voids that loosened the soil. These voids may have been exposed by heavy rain, leading to the crack's development. To better understand the cause and impact of this crack, scientists have established 26 research sites in the area. This research not only aims to determine the cause of the crack, but also to assess its impact on the surrounding environment. As impact is correct, this crack could be a typical example of humanity. This further emphasizes the importance of managing natural resources sustainably and responsibly to limit adverse environmental impacts. Monitoring and studying this crack will provide important information, not only about geological phenomena but also about how human activities can alter natural ecosystems. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore the strange and impressive mysteries from deserts around the world. These discoveries not only surprise us with the richness of nature, but also remind us of the value of preserving and respecting cultural heritage. Through this, each of us can contribute to protecting these wonders for future generations. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't. Thank you for watching, and see you in other interesting things. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.